When we talk about amazing actors, Michael J. Fox is one of those names that makes everyone go wow right away. It's not only because of his famous roles, but also because of how strong, funny, and calm he stays even with Parkinson's disease. But now at 64, even with such a big, amazing life behind him, Fox just shared something surprising and super honest. He doesn't want one person coming to his funeral. Who is it and why? Hang on, because this whole story is way bigger than you think. Michael Fox has been making us laugh and feel all kinds of emotions for more than 40 years. Right from when he first jumped on a TV as Alex P. Keaton in Family Ties, you could tell he was special. He wasn't just some good-looking guy in movies. He had perfect timing, real charm, and that cool thing where you felt like he was your actual friend or your brother or that awesome guy everyone liked back in high school. He was born in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, on June 9th, 1961. Fox didn't grow up as a star. He was just a regular kid from a military family that moved all the time. His dad was a soldier for his whole career, so the family never stayed in one spot long. Michael grew up in different towns in Canada, always the new kid, never really settling in. Maybe that's why he's so good at making friends. When you're always the outsider, you figure out fast how to connect with people. He quit high school at 15 to go after acting. Just think about that. Only 15. He was so sure this was his path that he risked everything for it. His parents thought he was nuts. Of course, what mom or dad wants their teen leaving school to chase a dream that hardly ever works out? But Fox went to Los Angeles with almost no money, living on cheap macaroni and pure hope. He was so poor he had no furniture. He slept on a mattress right on the floor and used a phone book for a pillow that he took tiny parts, guest SP, OTS, anything he could grab. For years he kept going to tryouts, getting turned down, then trying again. Then Family Ties started in 1982, and boom, everything flipped overnight. Family Ties turned Michael Fox into someone every family knew, but Back to the Future made him legendary forever. Here's a wild thing. He almost didn't get that part. They first picked Eric Stoltz as Marty McFly and shot for weeks before realizing it wasn't right. They let Stoltz go and called Fox, who was already busy shooting Family Ties. His days got totally crazy. He'd film Family Ties all day, then race to the Back to the Future set and shoot all night. He maybe got 2 or 3 hours of sleep, living on energy, being young, and the thrill of knowing this movie would be huge. When Back to the Future hit in 1985, it was the biggest movie of the year. All of a sudden, Michael Fox wasn't only a TV guy. He was a real movie star, the kind where just his name could make people buy tickets. He was everywhere. On magazine covers, talk shows, award events. He even dated actress Nancy McKeon from The Facts of Life. He was young, cute, killing it, and looked like nothing could stop him. This was the middle of the 1980s. If you were a teen girl or guy, chances are Michael Fox was up on your wall. Teen Wolf came out the same summer as Back to the Future, so Fox had 2 big movies playing at once. Then he did The Secret of My Success, Light of Day, and Bright Lights, Big City. Not everyone was a monster hit, but Fox was hot, and Hollywood wanted more of him all the time. The Back to the Future sequels in 1989 and 1990 locked in his spot forever. By then he'd shown he could handle comedy, serious stuff, romance, sci-fi, anything. He was good at everything, dependable, and people adored him. Studios loved him. Directors loved working with him. He had the whole package, but life doesn't follow your plans. It doesn't. Matt. So if you're rich, famous, or loved by tons of people, tough stuff can hit anybody anytime. In 1991, Michael Fox was 29. He was married to Tracy Pollan. He met her on Family Ties, and they got married in 1988. They just had their first kid, a boy named Sam. His career was going great. Everything seemed perfect ahead. Then he noticed something odd. His left pinky finger started twitching. It was tiny, hard to see. He thought it was just stress or being tired. He was always working, but it didn't stop. It got worse. His hands began shaking. He couldn't control it. So he went to the doctor thinking it'd be no big deal, maybe too much work or a nerve thing. Instead, after tests, the doctor said, "You have Parkinson's disease." Parkinson's? That old person sickness? The thing your grandparents get. Not a 29-year-old movie star right at his best time. Fox didn't buy it at first. He got more opinions, second, third, fourth, but every doctor said the same. He had young-onset Parkinson's, the rare kind that hits people under 50. It gets worse over time, no cure, and slowly takes away control of your movements. The news knocked him down hard. He started drinking a lot to deal with it, to quiet the fear, anger, and sadness about losing the life he expected. He could have hidden it forever and suffered alone, but keeping the secret was destroying him inside. For 7 years, Fox told no one outside his close family. He kept acting in movies and shows while hiding shakes that were tougher to cover every day, that he came up with ways to hide it. If his hand shook, he'd stick in his pocket or hold something. He'd time his meds so shakes were small during shooting. He'd change how he acted to hide the movements. In a way, it was his greatest acting job, pretending everything was fine while he was breaking apart inside, that he started on the TV show Spin City in 1996, playing Mike Flaherty, a fast talking deputy mayor in New York. The part needed him to be full of energy, moving a lot, quick. It wore him out, and hiding Parkinson's got harder. Sometimes between scenes, his co-stars saw the shakes. But Fox would laugh it off, crack a joke, switch topics. The drinking got worse. Fox has been open about it in talks and his books. He used it to calm shakes, ease the pain, handle knowing his body was failing him. He still got through work, never missed a day, never came drunk, but he was hurting himself alone. His wife Tracy Pollan stayed right with him the whole time. They had 3 more kids then, twin girls Aquina and Skylar in 1995 and Esme in 2001. Fox says his family kept him fighting, gave him a reason to push on. In 1998, Fox couldn't hide it anymore. He told the world in an interview with Barbara Walters, and a love back was huge. People didn't walk away or feel sorry for him. They cheered him on. They loved how brave he was, how real, how he wouldn't let the sickness own him. He left Spin City in 2000, and his cast gave him a touching goodbye. Charlie Sheen stepped in as the lead, and they did a whole episode for Fox leaving. It felt like the end of something big. But Fox wasn't finished in Hollywood. He popped up as a guest on shows like Scrubs, Boston Legal, Rescue Me, and The Good Wife, often play guys like himself or dealing with Parkinson's. He proved he could still act great, still bring magic to parts, even with shakes, meds, and limits on his body. Living with Parkinson's isn't like a broken leg that fixes or a cold that goes away. It's always with you, always asking for attention. Fox calls it strange and hard to predict. Some days feel okay, others feel awful. Shakes are the thing people see most, but there are lots more problems. Parkinson's messes with balance, so you fall easy. It changes speech, so people can't always understand you. It chest muscles stiff, so moving is slow and hard. It hits sleep, feelings, memory, thinking. Fox uses medicine to control it, but the medicine brings its own issues. Levodopa, the main drug for Parkinson's, can cause dyskinesia. Jerky moves you can't control that are as bad as the shakes sometimes. It's like a never-ending game of getting the dose and timing right to get more good time and less bad time. Over the years, Fox had several operations, like back surgery, to take out a tumor that left him unable to walk for a bit. He's broken bones falling. He's had infections, problems, bad moments. Every time he fights back, he's had to stop doing things he loves. He can't play guitar now. His fingers won't work right. Typing is hard. Everyday stuff most people don't think about, like buttoning shirts, tying shoes, cutting food, takes focus and work. But Fox hasn't let the disease win everything. He still has his funny side. His brain is still super sharp. He has his family and real friends. And he has his big goal, finding a cure for Parkinson's. The Michael J. Fox Foundation for Parkinson's Research is now one of the top groups fighting the disease. Since it started in 2000, it has given over $1.5 billion to research, making it the biggest nonprofit giver for Parkinson's studies in the world. Fox jumped into it with the same fire he used for acting. He spoke to Congress pushing for more money for medical research, even the tricky stem cell stuff. He became the main face for Parkinson's, using his fame to get people to notice and give money. The foundation pays for studies on genes that cause Parkinson's, possible new treatments, and ways to make life better for people with it. Fox isn't just a name, He really gets into the work, learns it, asks hard questions, pushes for real answers. He wrote a few books about living with Parkinson's, like Lucky Man, his memoir, Always Looking Up, The Adventures of an Incurable Opti. Missed, a funny thing happened on the way to the future, and No Time Like the Future. An optimist considers mortality. They're real, funny, and sometimes sad. They let you see what it's like to have a long sickness while still holding on to hope and laughs. All through his career, Fox made tight friends with lots of Hollywood people. Some friendships lasted many years, getting through fame changes and his sickness challenges. His Back to the Future buddy Christopher Lloyd turned into a friend for life. They've gotten together lots for anniversary stuff and charity things. Lloyd talks so nicely about Fox's bravery and strength, and you can see they really care when they're together. Fox stayed friends with his Family Ties TV parents Meredith Baxter and Michael Gross. They've all said how much they learned from him, how good and pro he was even young. From Spin City, Fox got close with several cast members. They've said he never whined about his sickness, never used it as a reason, and always showed up ready to work, even on rough days. But Hollywood friends can be tricky. They're often close because you're working together, but when the job stops, you grow apart. Fox has seen that, like everyone there does. Some friends stay, some fade. That's just how the business goes. Lately, while talking about his work and life with Parkinson's in interviews, Fox has opened up more about dying and what he wants for his funeral. Some might think that's dark, but after more than 30 years with a sickness that keeps getting worse, thinking about the end isn't sad. It's smart. Fox has always had a dark, funny side that helps deal with hard stuff. True to that, he talks about his funeral with jokes and silly comments. In his funny way, he's thought about who he'd want there, and funnier, who he'd rather not have show up. He joked about some Hollywood people whose coming might change his serious moment into something wild. One name that popped up in these funny talks was Johnny Depp. Fox says he has no problem with Depp himself, but he joked that Depp's wild side and being so. Depp could turn a peaceful goodbye into a big show. Depp is famous for acting weird, dressing different, and bringing drama places, sometimes on purpose, sometimes not. Fox pictured his funeral and joked Depp might come dressed full as Jack Sparrow, grab a guitar and play, or make it all about him instead of saying bye to Fox. It's all said with love and laughs, like buddies teasing each other. Still, there's some real feeling there. Fox wants his funeral quiet, close, no drama. He doesn't want it turning into a big Hollywood show or media mess. He wants it simple. George Clooney is another one Fox joked about. Clooney has charm and talent, but he naturally grabs attention everywhere. He's smooth, cool, super likable, great for acting, but it might pull focus from the close feeling Fox wants at his funeral. Fox joked if Clooney came, all the women would stare at Clooney instead of remembering Fox. Cameras would zoom on Clooney. Talks after would be about Clooney. It'd turn into the funeral George Clooney went to instead of Michael J. Fox's. Again, all jokes, no hard feelings. Fox and Clooney have met many times and respect each other. But with humor, Fox says he wants his funeral about quiet thinking and real feelings, not who came or what they wore. When Fox gets serious about dying, without jokes, you hear he wants peace and simple. He's been in the spotlight his whole grown-up life, dealing with fame pressure, media watching, fan hopes. For his last goodbye, he wants different. He said he'd like to just not wake up one day. That would be awesome. No big drama, no slow, painful end, no long goodbye, just quiet, hopefully sleeping with family close. He doesn't want a huge Hollywood thing with hundreds there, paparazzi waiting, people acting sad for cameras. He wants small and close. Family, real friends, the ones who truly know him and love him past the famous part. Fox also joked he doesn't want people coming just because they feel they have to. He doesn't want industry folks showing up to look good, or because it'd seem bad if they didn't, or to get seen. He wants only ones who really care and will really miss him. That makes sense. Fox has been in this world over 40 years where looks matter more than truth. People smile to your face but forget you when you're not helpful. He knows real friends from Hollywood friends. For his funeral, he wants only the real ones. While he jokes about who he's uninviting, he's clear who he does want. His wife Tracy is number one. Married since 1988, She's been his everything through diagnosis, hard times, dark days, comebacks. Their love survives stuff that breaks most couples, and they're stronger now. His 4 kids are definitely in. Sam born 1989, twins Aquina and Skylar born 1995, youngest Esme born 2001. Fox says being dad is one of his biggest joys, and seeing his kids grow gave him reason to keep going. He wants his close friends who've stayed all these years, the ones who call to see how he is, visit quietly, treat him like regular Michael, not the star. He wants people from his foundation, the ones fighting Parkinson's with him, who care about a cure and helping others with the disease. Above all, he wants it peaceful. No loud crying, no crazy speeches, no fake sadness. Just quiet thanks for a life lived, fights won, and now rest. S. Michael J. Fox goes into what he calls the last part of his life. He keeps inspiring everyone. He's making a new documentary about his story and his foundation. He does some public stuff, but not as much. He still pushes for research money, and he thinks about his funeral and dying, not scared, but calm and real about it. After 33 years with Parkinson. Death isn't the bad guy. It's just the finish of a long trip, one he walked with more bravery than most of us will ever have to find.